Okay. So Paul, how did your telekinesis journey begin?
I would say it began about 2015 when I had my first soul reading and got awakened to a whole bunch of truth that finally started making sense in my life. And yeah, that's basically what started me on the journey, realizing like there are higher consciousness beings around us all the time that we can't see in different realms, and that just got me started.
Cool, cool. Okay. So how did you enroll in Trevor Seven School? How did that come about?
Well, easily enough, I just started punching in stuff like telekinesis videos and stuff, and I came across this guy. You know, I also came across people like Mark Movaes and
Mhm,
Sydney and stuff like that. And then I saw this guy,
mhm,
Trevor Stephen, and there was something about him that seemed sincere. You know,
mhm,
like didn't seem like he was trying to put on a show. He was trying to impress anyone. It just came effortless from this guy, you know, and there's something just struck a chord with me. So I
mhm,
started researching him and I saw his site, Sacred Supplements and stuff. So I started looking into the supplements that he was providing and started to realize this guy's like a real enlightened person. He's just an amazing spirit. And yeah, so I sent him an email, joined his school, had a few Skype sessions with the group and stuff, and I just clicked. They're all such good-hearted people and stuff. And Tanuja was one of those people in that group. So yeah, so and it just went on from there. Like his tutorial videos are very helpful, very insightful. And that video that you sent me of my clip of me knocking down the foil, that was like 3 years ago. That was like when I just started with Pepper and stuff like that. Every
mhm.
time I get into the practicing and training though, I find something weirdly happens and distracts me from being able to get back into it. Like someone will come, or um, yeah, or someone will call me, or I'll have a client call me. Just I won't be able to find any actual time to do any meditation or training. It's like something doesn't want me to get back into it. It's so tricky.
That's cool. That's so awesome. And I totally agree with you. When I actually enrolled in Trevor Seven School first, and then I enrolled in Michael Monk School. I didn't involve myself with Trevor Seven School at all whatsoever. Um, and I mainly interacted with Michael Monk School and stuff like that. But I've always had a great vibe about Trevor Seven as well, and he occasionally hopped on the Avatar forum and stuff like that, and we interact, or not me and him directly, but he was interacting with the community and stuff like that. So yeah, I know him somewhat, and I've spoke to him, I believe, once when I all the way back in like 2015 or something like that. But as far as telekinesis goes for myself, I've only really been doing like the psi wheel for like a year. I've been doing like neurokinesis a while. Is the echo coming from me or?
I don't know. You know what? I've come to learn that a lot of times, whenever we're talking about taboo situations and stuff, AI likes to try and disrupt and interfere.
Oh, well, maybe so. Well,
So,
yeah, no, maybe. Yeah. So how many hours would you say you practice a day? Whether it's telekinesis or any other spiritual modality, in general.
mm, I would say roughly about a half hour to an hour every few days. That's what now. That's why I'm not too connected to it. Like I don't have control over that. I've seen your videos.
Hmm.
Bless you, but like that great connection you have. I aspire to get to that level. You know, like you have a very good sense of yourself and
Mm.
journey you're following. And even though you're younger than I am, still it's inspiring. But keep it up because
Oh,
people.
well, thank you. Thank you so much. Like that means a lot, to me. I mean, coming from, Trevor Seven's, top students. And I mean, as I'm talking to you right now, I can tell you have such a great heart and stuff. And it's the honor's mine. Like that's amazing.
Well, I like to give praise to people, because a lot of people seem to be getting flack and criticism for a lot of stuff, and now I'm not seeing humanity given praise a lot. And like, I don't know how old you are, but you seem like you're young, and I like seeing people at that age, instead of consumed with so much, obey, comply, and stuff. You're so free spirit, free thinking, you're following your heart, and
Yeah, and I appreciate you calling me young, but I'm 30 years old. I'm not very young. So
okay, well, I'm 40, so we're 10 years apart. So yeah, we're not that far off.
yeah. So I mean,
Uh,
people think I'm like 23 or something, but I'm actually 30. So, so yeah. So that's pretty cool. So you don't practice that often anymore. Okay, okay. That's really cool. So what is your goal as far as spiritual abilities and stuff like that goes? Like, do you want to get to like from my observation, based on a lot of people that I saw, I think like you mentioned guys like Max Sidney, I think guys like Seven Rise and Chris, those guys are probably the best as far as telekinesis goes. I think those guys are the best guys. Like, I want to get to their level eventually. Like, do you have any personal goals when it
um,
comes to telekinesis or?
yeah, I've had a few sessions with Tanuj,
Mm-hmm.
and I've come to discover that for me, like when I first started, for me, what my goal was to be able to, like pull a pen away from someone just as they were reaching for it. Like I wanted that type of connection, that type of
Mm-hmm.
control. But I've started realizing that that's just a drop in the ocean of abilities once we unlock this true self mastery of ourself. Like telekinesis, psychokinesis, remote viewing, those are all like, for me, icing and cherries on the cake. Like like Tanu, he's able to go out there and feel the tree, communicate with them, like feel things from afar, close his eyes and sense of.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I want to discover that type of self mastery of myself.
Yeah, that's beautiful. And I mean, Tanuj is, I mean, I'm sure he'll be watching this too. Yeah, he's a phenomenal guy. And, I mean, yeah, like talk about a young guy. I mean, just with so much potential, that kid, I mean, I have so much
Yeah,
respect for that guy. I mean, 20 years old, trying to, make it big. And, yeah, I mean, just, yeah, hands down. I mean, yeah. And definitely I can relate to what you're saying about Tanuj, like about the connection to nature and stuff like that. And when I spoke to him, it made me realize, like, that's so important as well too, and in fact that's probably more important than like you said, doing the psi wheels, or like moving a straw, or like a pencil or whatever like Seven can do and stuff like that. I mean, I've came this far, so I want to go that far with telekinesis. um but
yeah,
yeah, I mean, but definitely, like, I totally vibe with what you're saying. I totally vibe with what Tanuj is saying. That connection with nature, that that's the most important thing for sure. So yeah.
yeah, because that raises your vibration and your frequency, and then in
Right.
turn you're able to connect with your body and
Right.
your energy, your torus field and stuff. You're able to control it and connect with other fields and manipulate and just flow with them. And
Hmm.
yeah, that's the level I want to get to and stuff.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I totally, yeah, wholeheartedly agree with you. So, Paul, what is your, like, do you have any visions for the future? Do you want the world to change in a certain way?
Oh yeah, heck yeah. Like, I got an 8-year-old kid, and everything that I learned here about like so-called conspiracy theories and stuff, I make it a point to expose him to a lot of stuff. I have right over here, and I got one of these for each of my family members. I don't know if you've ever heard of these. These are 5G little 5G bio sticks and stuff. It's a little USB key, and when you keep it on your body, it activates with your body's energy field, and it provides a 3 to 8 meter bubble around you, protecting against 5G or 4G or 3G, any type of radiation that's unbalanced, causing damage. It rebalances and harmonizes it, causing positivity. So these are like I'm all for that type of environment, like getting rid of fossil fuels and stuff, like saves the planet. You know, like if we think of it, we're like little fleas on the back of a big dog, you know, like, and what we're doing is just demolishing this dog that's taking care of us, you know, like we don't realize that the planet is alive, you know, and all this negativity we're feeling, we have to change. We have to rise above this. A lot of people are conformed. We live in a me world. That's what I see.
Mm-hmm.
What I've done 10 years ago, I started growing medical cannabis.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people say, oh, I bet you make a lot of money. Now, I give a lot of it. I make oils, I make creams, I make resins, and whoever needs it, if they can, they'll donate some money, you know? And a lot of
Mm-hmm.
people like to pay because they don't want to feel like freeloaders and stuff. But I hate charging people because I feel my calling is I've learned this stuff. I have to give. It's not my product, you know? I've just discovered how to grow something from nature, so I have to give it back, you
Mm-hmm.
know? That's I make ornaments, I make colloidal silver, I make soleil, all these natural products, and I just give them to people when they can't afford it. You know, it's like that's not about money. I would like to go to a barter system if we could. You know, where like for service, time, and energy. Because what is money? It's just a physical manifestation of what our time and energy has created. You know,
Mm-hmm.
so basically what it is, and we're all connected, you know, and this is all stuff that I'm learning now, you know, and I'm 40 years old. I'm kind of embarrassed that I'm learning it now, but I'm proud of myself that I actually am able to learn it in my lifetime, you know. So I'm gonna try and make the best.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. And I mean wow, what an amazing guy you are. Like just I mean, that really inspired me. Like to for me, and I feel honored to be talking to such a kind-hearted, like loving person like you. That really touched my heart. Like that's an incredible story. And you said like, you're 40 and you're finally realizing this, like, man, like you're still so young. Like, I mean, like, like you're still have probably 4 years left on this planet or more. And, because you're so healthy, probably a lot more, you know what I mean? Like probably like maybe like, 100 years, who knows? But like,
No,
you know what I mean? Like, it's like, I mean, yeah, when you look at it that way, you're still so young and you have so much to contribute, I'm sure, to the world. And, yeah, so, I mean, yeah, I definitely think, yeah, you're an amazing.
just go forward with it, you know. I'm just trying to go forward with it. Like we have our ups and downs. I think of it as I try and use analogies a lot, and you know, like life is like a roller coaster, you know, like you gotta
Mm-hmm.
stuff, but wait until the ride comes to an end, you know, like don't stop enjoying it, you
Mm-hmm.
know. Every downhill there's going to be an uphill, with every uphill there's going to be a downhill, you know. It's perception, the way we perceive
Mm-hmm.
stuff,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I will say this, Paul. Like, out of all the people that I've interviewed, I've interviewed some incredible people, and they're all nice. They're all very loving people. I only really surround myself with loving people, but I honestly have to say, like, and I just met you now, but I have to say you're probably one of the like you probably are by far the nicest guy I've met. Like that's just it's yeah. I mean, I can totally feel it, and yeah. I mean, it's just yeah. It's yeah. You really are someone super
On
nice. Yeah.
Facebook, the texts and messages, they don't relay tone and emotion and sometimes sarcasm and humor and stuff. So people take a lot of the text out of context. You know, they don't take it as it's really meant. But when
Hmm.
you speak one-on-one with people, you can feel them a lot better, and you know where people are coming from. Then you know, like energy is great. I just wish I could get control of these skills. You know, it's so hard to get to those levels. You know, it's easy
Yeah.
down the level. It's so hard to get up the levels, though.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. Definitely. Okay. So, Paul, do you have any tips for up and coming people that are practicing energy skills? Like, do you have like what would be your advice to people that are just like embarking on a wheel journey like right now, or maybe perhaps like aerokinesis day one person? Like, what would be your advice to them?
Okay. Um, Considering the fact that I'm on that same journey, it wouldn't be too much advice. It would be more, what advice have I picked up on and realized, you know, a lot of people are starting to make some with advice. I would say, patience. That's number one, because
I totally agree. Totally agree. Yeah.
this is a skill of a different level. You know how some sports have, like NFL, and then they have extreme football. Any person, if trained properly, can do that. But telekinesis, it's the same. If anyone trains, they can do it. It takes a different level of commitment and discipline to
Yeah.
try 1,000 times, no result, and still be confident and happy and determined and know that it's gonna happen. Because when it
Yeah.
happens
Yep.
one time, it's all worth it after, and that's when the ball starts rolling. Think of it as an ant trying to get a boulder going. It's almost impossible, but it can happen. Once it starts, it's going. It's hard to stop after. Only you can stop it.
Right, right. Yeah, totally. That's yeah, like I'm so yeah, so glad. Like a lot I thought you were gonna say like just focus on chi or something. I'm so glad you said patience because really like if you can sum it up in one word, just be patient and just see what happens, just stare at it or just like push energy till like I learned a lot from Seven Rise, and one of the things that Seven Rise told me was just like push till something happens, just push, 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 just be patient, it'll move eventually. So, and I've always carried that mindset within myself. Sometimes I get frustrated, like, oh, I spent literally 3 hours in front of the, side wheel and like, not, like it's not moving the way I want and stuff. I mean, it still happens to me too, so yeah,
Well,
as I'm increasing the weight of the side wheel and stuff, yeah, as it gets heavier and heavier, it gets harder and harder to move it. So yeah.
I like to think of it also as working out. You go to the gym, you can go a week straight with the same weight. You don't see results. And then, the next week you go and it starts to get lighter. It's like, oh, okay, now it's easier. You just got working out. You got to build that muscle with
yeah, exactly. The spiritual muscle. Yeah, yeah, totally. Yeah, no,
like decalcification, like chi breathing exercises, yoga, all that stuff is excellent. Like getting your energy flowing. That's all important. That's all
right, right. Yeah, totally.
Yeah, then you can try anything you want, but you have to have the right mindset.
Mm-hmm.
You have to love, empathy. Those are two of the biggest things. You need to be in a positive, loving environment because your energy is better and it's stronger than and empathy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 100%. I totally agree. So, Paul, do you follow like a specific diet? Like, are you like vegan, vegetarian? Do you just eat organic? Like,
I don't follow a specific diet. From what I've been learning about foods, I've been trying to stay away from meat, and so I've tried to eat anything that is organic.
that's
But
good. That's good.
I'm very low on financial situations, so I have to, eat what we can afford and stuff like that. But you know what? I don't stick to any particular diet as I should. I
Mm-hmm.
just stay away from bad foods. Like I stay away from the junk foods and stuff like that. No processed foods.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't know if the vegetables and fruits and meats I'm eating are GMO or anything. I try to do the best I can with the finances I have. But I'm hoping that the Ormus and the all supplements and the cannabis and stuff, that's all assisting me. Like I haven't been sick in over a year.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that has to do with vibration being raised up enough where it's not in the low density vibration where it infiltrate the body.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, cool. So, Paul, so you said you're making almost like you're not like selling it online or anything like that, right?
No, right now I'm just making it for my family, but I am getting a website going. I do have a little
Cool. Okay.
called Nature's Miracles.
Nature's Miracles. Okay. Is it naturesmiracles.com?
Well, my website will be naturesmiracles.ca.
.ca. Okay.
But it's not up and running yet. Like I still have some stuff I have to iron.
Oh, wait. You invited me to that Facebook page now that I think about it.
Yeah, I have a page.
Yeah. So yeah, well, I'll make sure I put the Facebook page in the description. That way, whoever watches can go to it. So.
You're awesome. Thanks.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So make sure, guys, to yeah, go to the description and check out Paul's Facebook page. I'm sure Paul makes some excellent products. So yeah.
I do. I don't go out advertising and stuff. I'm not at that level right now.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I mean, yeah, just I'm planning on growing this channel a lot and stuff like that, and I want to support up and coming, businesses that are, that have a great heart, like great conscience, like you do. So yeah, I definitely would love to promote your page. That's yeah, I have no problem with that. So yeah.
Awesome. You're awesome. Thanks.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, any final thoughts, Paul?
No, you know what, man? Just keep doing what you're doing. Try to reach and raise the vibration of as many people as you can. Service to others, and
Mhm.
we're all one.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Yeah, I love that message. Yeah. So, okay, well, Paul, thank you so much for your time. I will be putting this on YouTube soon, and yeah, you rock, and just yeah, and you as well. Just keep improving, keep doing what you're doing, keep serving, and yeah, we'll do some amazing.